Hello, everyone. This is the second installment of Talkats. I'm Amri, and my friend is here with me, Eugene.
Hi, everyone.
So, Talkats, yeah, hi, Eugene. So, Talkats is a podcast that for digital marketing, for learning everything about digital marketing in a simplified way, in what we hope is a more approachable way. We try not to be too technical in this podcast. We try to give examples that are more relatable to daily life. So this is our second episode again. And Eugene, why don't you tell everyone what we're gonna be talking about today?
All right. So, as you know, uh, currently we're all having the same issue. As we open up our WhatsApp and we are using it, either you're on WhatsApp or WhatsApp Business, there's terms start popping up right in your face, and they start saying that you need to agree to these terms by the end of February. If you do not, you can also uninstall this app. Now, they do not tell you directly if you do not agree by then that you're not able to use it. And this is literally like putting a gun to our head. Okay, WhatsApp is putting a gun to your heads because if you don't agree, you can't use it. So this is quite a surprise because we know that WhatsApp has been taken over by Facebook, right? Am I right, Amri?
Yeah, Facebook bought up WhatsApp, I think,
Yeah. How
for
many how many million or
for
billion was it?
for 1 billion. That
Yeah,
was a few
that's
years ago. I don't remember when.
yeah, exactly. And right now, as we know, the entire WhatsApp community is up to 2 billion users worldwide, and that's ridiculous. And
Mm-hmm.
we hear a lot of buzz about this, right? Everybody, it's questioning themselves the terms of they're agreeing to, and if let's say if people
Mm-hmm.
were to switch or jump off this platform, shall we say a safe 1%, maybe even in 1%, we're talking about at least 20 million people who's no longer going to be using WhatsApp. So, what do you have to say for that,
Mm-hmm.
Aubrey? Do you think this is a good move by WhatsApp itself and Facebook?
Okay, to me, I'm not really surprised by this move because Facebook's whole business model is data. That's why, in software development, in the tech world, they have this saying that if you're using something and it's free, then you are the product, which
Okay,
is
yeah,
the
it's
case
true.
for, yeah, so which is the case for Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, all of this, because Facebook has no other offering aside from their data. So and then if you once you know that and then you see what's happening with the privacy concerns, the browsers are blocking third-party cookies. It started with Safari, then Firefox, then even Chrome will be getting rid of the third-party cookies by 2021, if I'm 2022.
Okay, that's
And
interesting. That's good info.
yeah,
I've not
yeah.
heard about that. Okay.
Then the recent one, I think that was in November or December, early December, where Apple said uh, all the iOS 14 devices are not going to have any track. It's not that they don't have any. Yeah, they're going to block third-party cookies, and the way they're going to do that is on the device level. They're going to ask. Once you install any apps, it's going to prompt you, say this app is trying to track this. Are you going to allow them to do that? Do you give them permission?
So that's
So
interesting because when you brought that up, that Apple is also trying to isolate and protect its own users, all right?
mhm,
Because basically their own product base is a bit of a monopoly. As we know, Apple always
mhm,
had their products sell back to their own products. As we know, we have so many Apple products: Apple TV,
yeah,
Apple Store, iPod. You know, the list goes on. And
true.
now, if we're talking about the isolation of all of this, why would WhatsApp want to force users out by agreeing to terms that are new? But I don't know if it's just a big hoo-ha. To me, locally in Malaysia, I can see that culturally, most people use WhatsApp and also WhatsApp for business because there's two types. From
Mhm.
my experience, when I was browsing around Instagram recently looking for some favorite mee jawa or tom yum to eat, and I noticed local businesses actually use the Instagram channel where they put a link directly to your WhatsApp catalog. WhatsApp Business has a catalog, and what they do is
Yeah.
from the catalog itself, they just click add to cart and they start to message the WhatsApp Business merchants directly and then do inquiry to order their food and so forth. And everything is done here. Amri, if not mistaken, you mentioned that at one time to me, WhatsApp might even have a payment channel that you can pay through WhatsApp. Is that true?
Yeah, I think they are rolling that out. I'm not sure if that's I don't know. It's not out yet. So, but because Facebook has made public their the wallet kind of service. They're going to do an e-wallet service. They're going to do a cryptocurrency service. But they're trying to build like this what you call moats around their business to protect their
Uh,
interests. Yeah,
I see. So it's like some sort of another PayPal, but only with
yeah.
Facebook. So it's going to be FacePal or
So basically, the
PayFace or
yeah,
PayBook, something like that. Okay, I get
Payface.
it.
I think I would like
PayFace.
Payface, but I think what all these apps are doing, especially Facebook, is they're trying to keep everyone on the app as much as possible. So instead of the users having to click to Facebook and then go to the some other website, they can buy directly on Instagram, they can buy directly on Facebook, and now the recent one, they can buy stuff directly on WhatsApp. They never have to leave the app.
That is
So
true.
if they don't leave the app, then number one, more data, which is their business model again, and number two, they don't have to rely on these third-party tracking stuff that because the browsers are not tracking anymore. Because so if you have everyone never leave your app, you don't have to track them because by definition, if they're on your property, they're being tracked. This is your data.
That is correct. I mean, we at some point in our lives definitely have sold our soul
Yeah.
when we click agree, 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 and we do not
Yeah.
read the
The
terms
moment
and
something is
conditions.
free,
Yeah.
yeah, the moment something is free, you are the product. So that's not that's, that's just the way it is.
So it's the way it is. When you guys remember this, when you click agree on something, you don't read the terms and conditions, but when you do, you start to realize that you are the product. You got to know that, right, guys? So don't just click agree. Read it sometimes, please. Print it out for the love of Facebook. Please print it out. Uh,
Yeah, nobody's gonna
okay,
do that.
but Amri, you brought up something very interesting. If the group of data are still going to be inside the same platform where they are on, does that mean
Hmm.
also that probably WhatsApp is going to start launching out ads on our WhatsApp as well? You know, like right now on Facebook, as we go through our messages, we can see sponsored chat ads in between, right? Do you think they probably go in that direction? Is that probably why they want us to agree to the terms?
I'm not too sure about that because the way WhatsApp was built it was never built to be conducive for ads because I don't know if you remember like WhatsApp the whole lifetime of WhatsApp. You remember those in the early stages of WhatsApp where they asked us for $1 each just to help them cover the cost of operations.
Yes, yes. I believe the founder of
Yeah,
WhatsApp once worked at Facebook, but he left, right? And he started this entire app
yeah, he
just to talk to his dad or something. That's sweet.
yeah, because the way they built it is end-to-end encryption. It's actually one of the most secure chat apps out there. It was always built to be 100% free forever. They were planning to build an infrastructure, not a chat app.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah,
And
so
I
I'm
think,
not too sure about
yeah,
how they're going to. I think what's probably going to happen with WhatsApp is they're going to have like premium subscriptions for apps. Maybe they're going to open up the WhatsApp for app developers, and if you're an app developer, you can create your apps and put it on the whatever platform there, and then you
okay.
can charge people on WhatsApp to you. Okay, if you want to generate leads, this is a
Uh,
plugin for you,
okay.
something like that. I think maybe.
So
I'm not too sure about
now
that.
you're talking about the American business model trying to
Mhm.
copy the WeChat business model, right? Because if most of you or any of you use WeChat, you know they are already light years ahead, right? They already have the entire platform on there. You can browse websites within WeChat. You can make payments within WeChat. You can do everything within WeChat. Not to mention the
Hmm.
mini app programs, right? So that's another topic for another day. But yeah,
Yeah.
back to WhatsApp here. If they do lose about 20 million customers just by enforcing these terms and conditions, I still don't think it's a big deal because even in Malaysia right now, while any payment form of module is not available in WhatsApp, they still somehow manage to pay for their Mi Jawa or their Mi Goreng or something that they ordered from another customer. So I think it's
Mhm.
very flexible. Adaptively, I would think that our Malaysians are very adaptive. They are very creative as well, and I don't think a lot of people are just going to leave the platform just like that because of these terms. Like I said again, they're just going to sell their soul. But with that being said, there are choices in the market, right? If something similar to WhatsApp,
Mhm.
we know Telegram does exist. And not to mention, they have many advantages as well. Like in WhatsApp, you can only add up to 256 people in a group. You know that, right, Amri?
Yes, yes.
Even for WhatsApp app or WhatsApp business, it's only
Mhm.
256 people. But for Telegram, you can add like as much as you need or want. And the best part is you can even have a
True.
broadcast channel. So
Yeah, that's
something
true.
not implemented on WhatsApp yet. So I'm not sure, maybe because Telegram doesn't have a lot of people yet, and the platform is not as heavy as WhatsApp. But
Yeah, I think it's the heaviness factor is there, because if you're trying to implement end-to-end encryption, it's going to be very hard to sustain a lot of connections in one go.
that
I
is
think
correct. So I guess
that's the
Telegram,
problem.
since they know they are now at the borderline of choices that people can choose between WhatsApp or Telegram, so why not just take either one, right? And if they choose Telegram,
Mm.
they have a different set of audiences there as well.
Yeah, but basically it's just a data war between the tech companies, because once Apple decides to close off their data ecosystem to the competitors, Facebook looks around and say, okay, Facebook, iPhone's not sharing the data with us anymore, right? iOS, Apple.
Yeah, exactly.
So okay, look at what they have. They have WhatsApp, so they're going to open up all the data from WhatsApp and then introduce it into the rest of the data ecosystem. So they have Facebook, they have Instagram, now they have WhatsApp, all
Yes.
all in one pool. So
So I
that's
guess
I think that
yeah.
wasn't surprising for me, to be honest. It's I kind of expected it once the Apple did what they did.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, basically, guys, whoever's now listening to this podcast, let's just make it clear. You are right now having a gun to your head. And the only thing you can do right now, if you want to maintain on your platform, is just to bite the bullet. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, bite the bullet. All right. So this is the end of
Yeah.
our session for WhatsApp putting a gun to our heads. So for
Yeah.
now, I think I'll bite the bullet as well. All right. Amri, is there anything else you want to add? Maybe you want to add a WhatsApp channel so that people can follow us? I'm kidding.
We're not gonna plug anything for this episode. I guess this is just what we call an industry update episode, where we kind of comment on what's happening recently in the tech industry in as relates to digital marketing and getting traffic and leads online. So that was it for the episode. As usual, any questions you have, any or even any topics you want us to talk about, just put it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, I guess. That's the standard YouTube kind of thing.
Yeah, but this video is on Facebook as well, so you can click
As
like and
well,
follow
so you
us.
can,
Yeah.
yeah, follow
But
if
if you
there's no
don't
like
want to,
anymore.
it's okay. It's fine. But you gotta
Yeah,
bite the bullet anyway. All right.
yeah,
Right.
true. So,
Ciao.
all right. So I guess that's it for this episode. See you in the next one. Ciao.
Ciao.